WWE is filming John Cena throughout 2025 for his retirement documentary. Drew McIntyre dethroned Jacob Fatu. Jeff Cobb's WWE name is still up in the air. Randy Orton is getting fired. Triple H is consumed by backstage political warfare. Randy Orton hates Logan Paul's Prime Energy drink. Logan Paul called a poor man's MJF. Why Becky Lynch lost to Lyra Valkyria at WWE Backlash. CM Punk is forced to work a WWE show in Saudi Arabia. John Cena's last ever WWE match. Date and location. Let's dive right in. Drew McIntyre dethroned Jacob Fatu. WWE Backlash 2025 delivered unforgettable moments, like Jeff Cobb's debut in Solo Sikoa's Smackdown crew and the spark of a John Cena vs. R-Truth feud, likely heading to Saturday night's main event. While St. Louis gave us plenty to talk about, here are 4 major slip-ups that stood out from the night. Number 1, Randy Orton's referee fumble. During the John Cena vs. Randy Orton clash, 2 refs got knocked out, leaving Orton high and dry after an RKO and cover on Cena. No one was there to count. SmackDown's Nick Aldis ran out, but instead of counting the pin, which he could have done, he checked on the downed ref. This ticked off Orton, who unleashed RKOs on 4 others. Orton had every right to be furious. Aldis slid right past him to tend to the ref when he could have made the count, like Paul Heyman did at ECW's One Night Stand in 2006 when a ref was out cold. Why didn't he? Number 2, Universal Championship mix-up. John Cena and Randy Orton battled for the undisputed WWE Championship at Backlash, but someone forgot to tell Pete Rosenberg. On the pre-show, he called it the Universal Championship, a title WWE retired after WrestleMania. That name hasn't been used for over a year. Number 3, Drew McIntyre's stolen victory. Plenty of WWE fans are convinced Drew McIntyre should be the Grand Slam champion. In the United States Championship match, he nailed LA Knight with a Claymore, and the ref started the count. But Damian Priest yanked the ref out of the ring just as the 3 count hit the mat. Some say Priest was late, others think the ref botched it. But either way, fans believe McIntyre was robbed. Number 4, Pat McAfee's rope tumble. Pat McAfee faced a brutal challenge against Gunther at Backlash, taking vicious chops and stiff hits from the ring general. But the moment fans can't stop talking about is when McAfee tripped over the ropes. Trying to leap over, he snagged his leg and crashed to the floor. To his credit, he bounced back quick and kept fighting. Jeff Cobb's WWE name is still up in the air. Jeff Cobb stunned everyone with his debut at WWE Backlash 2025, aiding Jacob Fatu in keeping his United States Championship. But a former WWE champion hinted post-show that Cobb's ring name might not stick. After weeks of hot rumors, Cobb made his WWE arrival official by ambushing LA Knight during the fatal 4-way match for Fatu's US title. Solo Sikoa distracted Knight, setting him up for a brutal takedown by the debuting former NJPW World Television Champion. During the Backlash post-show, Big E, Peter Rosenberg, and Jackie Redmond broke down the event's big moments. Big E dropped a tease that Cobb's name could change as he joins the bloodline. We saw the debut of a man once referred to as Jeff Cobb. Not entirely sure what he'll be referred to now, Big E said. For fans who hate name switches, there's hope. Michael Cole and Wade Barrett called him Jeff Cobb during the match, and WWE.com's gallery and video highlights also used his globally recognized name. Before pro wrestling, Cobb competed for Guam in the 2004 Athens Summer Olympics as an amateur wrestler, even facing ex-UFC fighter Yoel Romero. He started pro wrestling in 2009 and got a WWE tryout in 2014, but they didn't sign him. That led him to Lucha Underground in 2015, where he wrestled as Matanza Cueto and won the Lucha Underground Championship. Cobb built his legacy in New Japan Pro Wrestling from 2017 until early this year, earning 3 IWGP Tag Team Championships, a Never Openweight Championship, and an NJPW World Television Championship. He's also competed in Pro Wrestling Guerrilla, Ring of Honor, and All Elite Wrestling. Randy Orton is getting fired? With Triple H steering the creative ship, WWE Backlash 2025 wrapped up with John Cena still holding the undisputed WWE Championship. Randy Orton, meanwhile, left fans buzzing by unleashing an RKO rampage during the match. The chaos kicked off when referees kept getting knocked out. After the second ref went down, SmackDown general manager Nick Aldis and other officials stepped into the ring. That's when the Legend Killer hit an RKO on Cena, and if a ref had been there to count, Orton might have been champion. Things spiraled, and a frustrated Viper demanded Aldis get a ref to count the pin. When no help came, Orton did what he does best, delivered RKOs to everyone in sight, including Aldis and every official in the ring. While fans loved the wild moment, Orton's actions could land him in hot water. Some are even whispering that Triple H might fire him. This clash with the game could be a juicy storyline brewing, possibly kicking off on the next Smackdown. Triple H might call out Orton for attacking authority figures, something he's done before, and threaten to boot the apex predator from WWE. It could be a way to write Orton off TV, but it feels unlikely right after Backlash 2025. At the post-show press conference, the game praised the Cena-Orton main event, saying he's been lucky to watch both stars evolve under his watch. He raved about their chemistry, noting how well they know each other, which made their Backlash magic possible. Triple H also reflected on their history, mentioning their first match 25 years ago in OVW. After such a brutal 25-year journey, they faced off for one last time at Backlash. The CCO made it clear he wants the Legend Killer to be a big part of Cena's retirement tour, given their shared past. Triple H is consumed by backstage political warfare. A wrestling veteran has taken aim at WWE CCO Triple H, slamming his creative decisions and accusing him of being tangled in backstage politics. On the Coach and Bro Show, former WWE head writer and WCW World Heavyweight Champion Vince Russo didn't hold back. He questioned why Cody Rhodes has been off TV since losing at WrestleMania, and why El Grande Americano wasn't featured on the Cinco de Mayo episode of Raw, among other creative flops. The 64-year-old claimed Triple H is knee-deep in a backstage power struggle, splitting WWE into two factions, one loyal to the game and another backing The Rock. Russo argued this behind-the-scenes clash is hurting Triple H's creative output. I think part of the problem is Triple H right now is involved in political warfare. I really believe that. I believe there's a Triple H camp, and I believe there's a Rock camp. And I believe Triple H is consumed with trying to keep his spot because that happens a lot in wrestling. But Tommy, you can't be consumed with trying to keep your spot and be head of creative at the same time. That's the problem. So while Triple H is playing whatever chess game he's playing with The Rock, he's letting the creative get away from him, he said. On an earlier episode of the Coach and Bro Show, former interim Raw general manager Jonathan Coachman weighed in on why Triple H might be sweating backstage to hold on to his role. Coachman explained that, like Vince McMahon, wrestling is the game's true passion, even if he's set financially. I remember having a conversation with Vince McMahon back in the day. We were on his private jet, and I asked him straight up, and I said, "Why do you still go to all the shows? Why do you sit backstage at all the shows? You're a billionaire." And he looked at me and he said, and I quote, "Because, Coach, this is my purpose, and I've built this." And there was no way in hell that Vince was going to allow somebody else to take the reins of the company that he built into a billion-dollar brand. Triple H, Vince, has the same mentality. This is all he loves, he said. Russo also recently commented on Triple H's relationship with his father-in-law, Vince McMahon, suggesting it's not as messy as the game makes it out to be. Randy Orton hates Logan Paul's Prime Energy drink. Randy Orton had a rough night at Backlash 2025, falling short against his longtime rival John Cena. Despite the loss, the Viper got in some solid hits on the last real champion, and even took a moment to trash Logan Paul's Prime Energy drink. During a heated moment in the match, Orton was dominating Cena and nailed him with an attitude adjustment through a table. Needing a breather, he grabbed a bottle from the Prime hydration station. In a fan-captured Instagram video, Orton took a sip of Prime's new Sour Nova flavor, and his face twisted in disgust. He didn't hold back, calling it horrible. This jab was a far cry from Orton's comments nearly a year ago. On the March 8th, 2024 episode of Smackdown, he praised Logan Paul's drink before dropping Paul's business partner, KSI, with an RKO. The Maverick took a real hit from Orton's diss. It'll be curious to see if Paul claps back. But the loss to Cena might be the least of Orton's worries after Backlash 2025. His actions in the ring could bring big trouble. Not only did he RKO SmackDown general manager Nick Aldis, but he also laid out 3 other officials with his signature move. Everyone knows attacking officials is a major no-go in WWE, often leading to hefty fines. With 4 RKOs on authority figures, the Legend Killer might even face a suspension. How will WWE handle the Backlash fallout? Will Orton go after R-Truth for costing him the match? Only time will tell. Logan Paul called a poor man's MJF. Logan Paul has made waves in WWE since joining a few years back, wowing crowds with his in-ring skills. But some fans see him as a lesser version of MJF, and now the Salt of the Earth has chimed in. During the Backlash 2025 pre-show, a fan sign read, "Logan Paul is the poor man's MJF," catching MJF's eye. He hopped on Twitter, telling fans to ease up on Paul while boasting that everyone's a knockoff of him. "Guys, cut the kid some slack. Everyone is," MJF tweeted. Paul's come a long way since his WWE debut, with his ring work earning serious props. That's why he's set to challenge Jey Uso for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship at Saturday night's main event on May 24th. MJF, meanwhile, is a massive name in wrestling, and his cocky claim that everyone's a weaker version of him is classic MJF. He's got the skills to back it up. Fans love pitting top stars from different promotions against each other, and MJF's playful jab shows he's in on the chatter, maybe even giving Paul a nod of respect. Whether this sparks more banter between them is anyone's guess, but MJF's response was pure him. What do you think? Can Logan Paul step up to MJF's level or even outshine him in pro wrestling? Why Becky Lynch lost to Lyra Valkyria at WWE Backlash. Becky Lynch's stunning defeat to Lyra Valkyria at WWE Backlash 2025 left fans wondering why the former champ didn't claim the Women's Intercontinental title. Lynch controlled much of the match, nearly winning several times, but Valkyria outsmarted her with slick counters and pinned her after a grueling back and forth. On Wrestling Observer Radio, Dave Meltzer suggested WWE planned to keep the title on Valkyria to boost her as a top star. I would bet, know that she was going to win the title, that she would want to lose the first one, which is really good because it establishes, because if you just beat her the first time, it would kind of be like, well, Lyra's mid-carder, so what? When she finally beats her, Lyra is a real star, beating Becky Lynch clean in the middle on a pay-per-view, Meltzer said. Lynch pulled out all the stops, trying to distract the ref with a steel chair and exposing the turnbuckle. But Valkyria dodged a manhandle slam and hit her Nightwing finisher to seal the win. After the match, a furious Lynch ambushed Valkyria, trapping her in the disarm her for so long that officials had to intervene, leaving the champ bruised and possibly with a broken nose. Do you think WWE made the right call having Lynch lose to Valkyria in their first clash? CM Punk is forced to work a WWE show in Saudi Arabia. CM Punk's confirmed appearance at WWE's Night of Champions in Saudi Arabia on June 28th has sparked debate about whether the ex-AEW star was forced to go. Given his past vocal criticism of WWE's Saudi partnership, fans are wondering if he had any real say. On Wrestling Observer Radio, Dave Meltzer shed light on the issue, noting that while wrestlers can technically opt out of Saudi events, the pressure to attend is intense. Guys have the option not to go, but they are pressured to go, like Pretty Hardy. He said he would never go. But you know, people say a lot of things, Meltzer said. Punk's history of slamming WWE's Saudi ties is no secret. In 2020, he took a brutal shot at The Miz, saying, "Go suck a blood money covered Deedix in Saudi Arabia, you F dork." Now, fans are pouncing, accusing him of flipping on his principles. One tweeted, "I knew this guy loved that Saudi money LMAO," while another jabbed, "Drowning in blood money Pepsi man." The backlash is heated, with some branding Punk a sellout and hypocrite for possibly bending to WWE's will. His involvement in the Saudi event has ignited a firestorm, especially considering his past stance. With Meltzer hinting at heavy pressure despite the choice to skip, Punk's decision, or lack thereof, will say a lot about his current position. Did WWE management push Punk into going, or did he choose it himself? Stay tuned for more. John Cena's last ever WWE match. Date and location. John Cena's last ever WWE match now has a confirmed date and location. After his major announcement last year about retiring by the end of 2025, Cena made it clear his in-ring career would end for good. While it was confirmed today that this is no storyline, details about his final match were scarce, until now. WCVB has shared that Cena's last match is set for December 2025 at the TD Garden in Boston. John Cena's last match is scheduled for December at the TD Garden in Boston. Sportskeeda Wrestling's Joe Whataday Lowry dug deeper, reporting that sources say the TD Garden is reserving December 13th for the event. He adds that it's likely to be a Saturday night's main event, where the iconic world champion will step into the ring one last time. The only piece missing is the name of Cena's opponent. Once that's revealed, we'll know exactly who the Cenation leader will face in his career-ending showdown. WWE is filming John Cena throughout 2025 for his retirement documentary. John Cena is in the midst of his retirement tour, set to step away from pro wrestling for good in December 2025. With plenty of time left, WWE is already working on a documentary to chronicle his final chapter. During the Backlash post-show, Sean Ross Sapp was asked about any news on a Cena documentary. He confirmed that WWE is actively filming content throughout the year, though he's unsure if it'll be released in 2025. They are filming stuff throughout the year. I don't know if it'll release this year, but it is being filmed throughout this year, Sapp said. This follows Cena's big win over Randy Orton at Backlash 2025, where he retained the undisputed WWE Championship, earning rave reviews from fans. As previously reported, Cena's final WWE match is slated for December at the TD Garden in Boston, though the exact date is still under wraps. Fans can expect the documentary to feature footage from that historic last match. With Cena's wrestling career winding down, his farewell promises to be a mix of joy and tears for fans and WWE alike. The documentary will likely showcase his final bouts, tributes from fellow wrestlers, and reflections on his 20-plus years of transforming WWE. It'll be exciting to see how it all comes together.